Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you by St. Luke's On-Demand Virtual Care, which allows patients to see a provider from their home using a computer or smartphone with on-demand care for common ailments, such as a cough, sore throat, or a sinus issue. More information at stlukesonline.org.
Hi, I'm Charlie Hunt.
And I'm Jackie Kettler. We're both political scientists who also love to gossip about political scandals.
In Season 1 of Scandalized, we told the stories of some of our favorite scandals from across American history.
While we work on Season 2, we're dropping 5 brand new bite-sized episodes to whet your appetite.
Listen to new episodes of Scandalized starting Monday, September 29th at boisestatepublicradio.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Gemma Gaudette. More Idaho Matters right now. The Idaho Film Society, which started in 2023 in Boise, is hitting the road. They'll be bringing a series of short films to 6 cities around Idaho, and they're hoping to partner with filmmakers and artists across the Gem State. They say it's not just a film fest, it's a launch pad for Idaho storytellers. So here to give us a preview is Aidan Brzonik, the founder and director of the Idaho Film Society. Aidan, welcome to the show.
Hi, Gemma. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
It's really good. Thanks for asking. So, Aidan, for folks who aren't familiar with the Idaho Film Society, tell us a little bit about your organization and who you are.
Yeah, we started out as building a hub for filmmakers and film lovers here in Boise, but our goal is much broader than that. It's to create a kind of film network across the entire state, connecting movie theaters and filmmakers from every city in Idaho. And so we're headquartered at 1212 West Bannock, downtown Boise. We are in the old bus station, the Greyhound station, and we've got a movie theater. We're building a sound stage, a gear rental facility, and just a space for filmmakers to work and get mentored and collaborate.
So what is the Idaho Film Directory? Let me see if I can say that 3 times fast. Can anybody be listed in it?
The directory is something that is kind of like an industry staple where you have that it's in a lot of other states, and it's for connecting filmmakers, trades and craftspeople for projects and making a network. And so we didn't really we had one at the film office in Boise, but we wanted to make sure that there was one that has a little bit more accessibility and had a wider reach. It wasn't just Boise specific because we do have crew members from across the state. So we wanted to make that free use for anyone that was in film or looking to get into film.
So tell us a little bit about the Idaho Film Society Roadshow. What is it exactly?
This is kind of our next step to get the word out, to get more people involved in the directory and start connecting more filmmakers. So we're going to be traveling to 6 different theaters across Idaho, bringing films from Idaho filmmakers and showing their work, and then connecting with filmmakers in the film community in each of those cities to expand film access.
So is that the main goal then with the roadshow is really getting people to understand who you are, but also that access to what you do and what you provide?
Yeah, we don't think that film has to be necessarily just centered here in Boise, right? There's with the advent of technology like that, you can do Zoom calls, and you can bring crews together from across the state, and using the roadshow as a way to start connecting those communities together is what it's all about.
So I know you're going to be showing short films, but it's really more than just that short film showcase. What else will you be doing as you hit the road? What else will be going on?
We'll go there. We'll be kind of sharing the mission statement of IFS, talking about what we do to help expand access on film across the state with grants, workshops, this mini kind of festival showcasing work from Idaho filmmakers, specifically Idaho filmmakers, and then also being a resource in the future for anyone that's trying to get into film. I think that's the main thing, is access in film has always been very difficult. And so we're trying to build this industry from the ground up, making sure that we are a resource for the community.
I know you've said that this film festival isn't just a film festival. You really want it to be a launch pad for storytellers. So how will it help folks who are trying to tell these stories?
I think most of filmmaking and storytelling is about having access. And I think the film industry as a whole in bigger cities like Los Angeles and New York, the gateway to entry is very difficult and high. But what we've seen in Idaho, specifically after the past 5 years, is that there's a lot of great talent moving here, and they're willing to mentor and they're willing to help out and shape the kind of future of what storytelling can be in Idaho.
So, do you think, long term, there really is a space for, for film in Idaho, for film to be made here, right? For stories
Yeah.
to be told? Because as you mentioned, I mean, traditionally it's like, well, it's LA or New York, and you have to leave, right? You have to leave Idaho. You have to leave these places that you might love in order to try to make a go of it in this industry.
I think the industry is changing, and it's constantly changing. And I think there's no better time than right now to be in Idaho if you're pursuing the arts. I always say that Boise feels like it's Austin, Texas in the late 80s. We're kind of having this
Mhm.
massive growth spurt with artists, with musicians, fine arts, and film is kind of the last step.
What about the idea of how it would impact the economy as a whole here in Idaho?
Exactly. So we're trying to make sure that filmmakers are being hired locally. We're not outsourcing work to other states. And I think with the advent of showing that we do have, this amazing roster of talent here, and it's only expanding year by year, there is a level of quality that can come with that hasn't been tapped into in the film industry. So I think this will be one of the great film places in the next 5 years.
Oh, well, what about building partnerships within the state? What does that need to look like for this to be successful?
There's a lot of different ways to look at it. I think the long term thought was always it has to be through tax incentives, but I think we're seeing that film scenes can grow in states without tax incentives. First, you have to build the industry and in the infrastructure, and then those kind of things follow. So right now, I think we're seeing a really great groundswell of artists that are willing to put in the work and build the economy
Mhm.
from the ground up, and then tax incentives are kind of the thing that comes after that.
I have less than a minute left with you, so I'd love to know where your first stop is on the road show and how do people find out more information about it?
Yeah, so our first stop's going to be January 9th in Moscow at the Kenworthy Theater. And we are going to be doing, you can go to idahofilm.org and look at the film directory, and you can see on there's the IFS Roadshow. And we also have an event for filmmakers in Boise. It's going to be December 18th at IFS.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Aiden, for coming in and chatting, and best of luck with you and the Idaho Film Society. We've been talking with Aiden Brazonik. He is the founder and director of the Idaho Film Society. We'll make sure we put more information on our website so all of you have more information about the upcoming roadshow. I'm Gemma Gaudette, and this is Idaho Matters.
Stay connected with Boise State Public Radio on Instagram. From breaking news and local stories to behind-the-scenes videos, it's where our community comes together. Follow Boise State Public Radio today.